Good evening, Facebook family. I have a question for somebody today. Who are you listening to? Are you listening to the voice of the Lord, or are you listening to the voice of others? Now, is that voice from other people limiting you or prohibiting you from moving forward in what God called you to do? Now, I'm going to be very transparent. I got a story I want to share with somebody. I got saved in my early 20s, right? And I had already, I had four children. I had four children. I wasn't married and gave my life to the Lord. So ultimately, my life had changed. And I desired a husband. And so I'm praying and just wanting to live right. And there was one individual that came into my life, and everybody was saying, this is the one, this is the one. Oh, God is going to use this man to change your life. Oh, God's going to use this man to bring happiness and heal all your pain. These are the words that were coming to me from prophets, prophetess, evangelist, you name it. Now, me being a baby saint, so I'm like, wow, I know God is talking to me, but they've been saved longer than I have, so maybe I'm not hearing God. Maybe I just need to listen to what they say. And let me tell you something. This lesson that I learned during this season in my life has taken me so far, because this was a life lesson. And God showed me during this season, hear my voice over the others. Because if you have a relationship with the Lord, He's going to speak to you. And if He gives someone else a word for you, there will be confirmation that follows it. Okay? Now like I said, I'm going to be very transparent. So you can say what you want, feel how you want, but this is Iva. So I'm just going to be me. So everybody was telling me that this was my husband and everything. And so the day that I did my vows with him, I found myself in my mother's home, my mother and father's home, on the living room floor in a ball. And from the inside, I'm yelling, Iva, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? But let me tell you what I did. I got my little self up from that spot, marched my little self right on down there, and did it anyway. Why? Because everybody that I felt that was more anointed than I was, certainly they had the answers. And let me tell you, I paid horribly for that. I was angry with God for years. Didn't understand why things weren't working out for me. I was so mad at God. And at the end of the day, God was telling me, baby, I told you not to do it. But you didn't listen to me. You listened to other people when I specifically told you that He wasn't the one. And you know what I had to say? God, you're right. I just thank God that He is a restorer and He does forgive us. But it's time that you start listening to the voice of God for your life. People are going to have opinions. They're going to have their own opinions, their own philosophies. Sometimes they make up their own prophecies. But you better know the voice of God for yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be you that's going to be held accountable for those things that God told you or didn't tell you to do. And you chose to listen to other people over Him. God has something great for you. You cannot allow the voice of others to speak into your life without knowing that it is God. And that, like I said, you will have confirmation. If it was up to other people, if I just listened to what people said about me or not, because I had children, God didn't call you to do this, God didn't call you to do that. He said, raise those children, that's your ministry. And I believe that. But God also called me to preach the word. He also called me to be a psalmist. And it took a while for me to be okay with that. So what other people's opinions is not important. It's not important. What did God call you to do? What did God tell you that you were going to become? What did God tell you? Not about what these people say. And it's not about you being rebellious, because there are seasoned saints out there, and there are people that do have a word from God. But like I said, you will get a confirmation behind it if it was from the Lord. Now, I don't think that those other people were telling me those things because out of maliciousness. No, I believe that they sincerely wanted me to be happy. I believe they wanted me to be married. They just wanted to see Iva, have what she want. But it just wasn't from God. You know, God's blessings, it's add richness to your life. It don't add sorrow. And I was sorrowful from day one because, you know, my husband unfortunately was just not faithful from before I even married him. I didn't know it. But because I wasn't sleeping with him, you know, he was sleeping with other people. And then once the day that we married, you know, we consummated our marriage and everything, but he was already sleeping with other people. I didn't know it. God knew it. That's why he said don't marry him. And it broke my spirit. It broke my heart. Ultimately, almost cost me my salvation. So I say to that person out there who's kind of stuck because you don't know whether you don't know if God is talking to you or you all these other people. Get people out of your ear first of all. Get that relationship with God to where He's talking to you and you know that it's Him. Because people are going to come from the north, south, east, and west and have a great word from the Lord. But you better know God for yourself. Okay? I love you guys. I want to see you make it. This is Yo-Yo Faith right here. Yo-Yo Faith segment 2. Don't forget, have you downloaded any of my songs yet? I want you to download Joy on the Other Side of Pain. There's a testimony behind it. And I'm going to share that with you on my next segment. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And good night. I'm out.